And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay. And this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard
line. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Minshew sets to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. On the jet sweep, here comes Chark. And right away, he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. Opening drive fumble, and the 4 miscues that they had last week. 4 turnovers, Charles. So this is a bad trim.
And Brandon, you and I both know that they didn't just ignore what happened last week. They focused on it, tried to get better. And when it happens here again in this game, the head coach is going to see that as a direct reflection on his message to the team, and it's not sinking in.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And taking it to the 15-yard line before it's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll roll him out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The veteran tight end, Mercedes Lewis, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Touchdown, Packers. Devin Funchess. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers have taken the early lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. And they found the opening and exploited it.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December.
Football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. To throw on 2nd and 6, Minshew. Connection made with Chenault. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A Jaguar first down as Minshew finds Westbrook.
Jaguars.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Minshew. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. It'll be Minshew again. Incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, Minshew looking to throw. Able to complete this to Chenault. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Jacksonville.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They give it here to Thompson. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown.
Complete to
DJ Chark, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's going to go for a big play. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Minshew and the Jags now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll look to throw right away. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 21-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun is Minshew. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Got a man out of the backfield. It's Chris Thompson. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down.
18 on the play.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
8 yards.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Minshew with a throw caught by Eifert, the tight end. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st down.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Through one quarter, 14-7, our score.
Packers 14, Jaguars 7.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And they pick up the 1st down there with a gain of 4.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positive moving forward.
And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
49-yard line.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory.
Aaron Jones.
The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
The 47-yard
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you can do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but off. Or not on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, it's Jones. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the Jaguars' 28-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 12-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. And it'll be intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
First play of the drive is a run with Thompson. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
Carried by number 34.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. shotgun handoff to Thompson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there and a first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring them down to the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
Here's Minshew. The open man is Westbrook. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Let's go now. 10 logo.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
First down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there, because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Looking to throw it, Minshew. That's complete, right around the 8. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Minshew quickly completing it out wide. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Complete to
D.D. Westbrook, as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Minshew, 1st and 10. That'll be caught right side. Shenault with it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 21 yards. And it'll move the chains. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will finish off this third quarter of play. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Buying time to his left. A dump underneath to Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Forced out to his left. Looking deep for Adams. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. 48 yards. And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Josh Allen able to get him for a loss of about 3. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
10 at the 13-yard line.
This has been all that we'd hoped for. Two of the game's all-time great QBs slugging it out in a one-score game here in the second half. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop.
2 yards.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
3rd and 6.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Throwing now is Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will tie things at 17 all. So they come away from this opening drive in the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Mike Pennell coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Minshew sets to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Minshew. Looking long for Westbrook. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's J.K. Scott now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. 10 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Again, a run with Thompson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 16 yards, a first down.
A gain of 16.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Going with Armstead, a first down carry. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From just shy of midfield, Minshew. He's got the hook up with Conley. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he's taken down inside the 30. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, Thompson down to the 25.
The running back.
Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 25 on second down, Minshew. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note.
And got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A gain of 37.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to green light that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
44, Mike, 44. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Tighten up. 26.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
48-yard line.
behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
I don't think you got it, sir. Right left. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Green again.
Throwing is Rodgers. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
56 and Mike.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Funches has it complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Rodgers on target to Valdez-Scantling. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
A give to Jones. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
With the handoff.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers have moved down in front. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Out of the gun is Minshew. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Again, it's Jones. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
For a Green Bay.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
2 yards.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Hand off to Thompson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. There's a quick throw right side, and it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. It's Preston Smith. He gets the sack there. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that one.
They're down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at their 49-yard line.
So it's